Nobody saw this coming. Curtis getting dragged away in handcuffs may be the moment that destroys everything. And trust me, guys, what's about to explode in Port Charles over the next 2 weeks feels way bigger than just another scandal. This feels like a full-on war with secrets finally being exposed. We're talking betrayals, hidden plans, fake alliances, and people getting set up left and right from May 18 through May 29. And honestly, I don't think half these characters are ready for what's coming. So let's get into this mess. First, we got to talk about Curtis because, wow, this man completely lost control. Isaiah pushed the wrong button. Curtis snapped, and now he's paying for it in the worst possible way. Being arrested is already humiliating enough, but I think the real damage comes after that because Portia is done defending him. You can already feel the tension building between them. And if you ask me, this isn't just a temporary argument anymore. This feels deeper. Portia looked genuinely shaken by Curtis attacking Isaiah. And I honestly think she's starting to question who Curtis really is underneath all that anger. But then everything gets even crazier. Isaiah getting hurt may trigger absolute panic for Portia, and there's a strong chance that stress sends her straight into labor. Can you imagine how chaotic that would be? Curtis sitting there dealing with arrest drama while Portia suddenly ends up rushed to the hospital. That's soap opera gold right there. And yes, we may actually see Portia give birth during these next 2 weeks. There could even be a baby celebration afterward. But let's be real for a second. I don't think this family drama magically disappears just because there's a newborn involved. In fact, I think the baby could make things worse because what happens when Curtis realizes Portia no longer trusts him? What happens if Isaiah becomes the person Portia emotionally leans on while Curtis is falling apart? Guys, I'm telling you, this triangle may be far from over, but somehow the mess with Chase and Willow might be even more dangerous. Now, listen, I've been suspicious about these two for a while. The chemistry has been there. The emotional vulnerability has been there, and now it looks like they may finally cross the line. Either they end up sleeping together, or they get dangerously close with a kiss that changes everything. And the worst part, someone may catch them. Elaine possibly snapping photos of Chase and Willow together could become the biggest bombshell of the month. Because once those pictures land in Michael's hands, oh, it's over. Michael's not going to sit quietly with evidence like that. I can absolutely see him using those photos as blackmail material. And honestly, that would be such a cold Michael move too. Calm on the surface, but secretly plotting revenge behind everyone's back. Brooklyn's marriage could completely collapse because of this. And here's where things get even more twisted. Willow eventually realizes Michael has been secretly monitoring both her and Chase. That betrayal alone could push her over the edge. I can already picture Willow confronting Michael in total fury, demanding answers, while Michael tries to justify his obsession. But notice something important here. Willow may not tell Nina the full truth. That silence could create a massive misunderstanding because Nina might start believing Willow wants Michael back. And honestly, Nina jumping to the wrong conclusion could accidentally push Willow even further into emotional chaos. Then comes the Brennan situation, and this is where things start feeling really dark. Nina getting good news that Brennan still hasn't regained consciousness may actually buy her more time. Time to cover tracks, time to manipulate the narrative, time to make sure Valentine gets blamed for everything. And if Willow agrees to give Brennan another paralytic injection, oh, that changes everything. Because now we're potentially talking about deliberate sabotage. Guys, imagine Brennan waking up and exposing the entire truth. Nina knows that risk exists. So if she's desperately trying to keep him silent, what does that say about how guilty she really is? That storyline could become absolutely shocking. Meanwhile, somewhere else in Port Charles Cullum is making a terrible mistake. He's convinced Danny was secretly the one who shot him in the past. But We know that suspicion is completely wrong. The problem is Cullum believes it, and dangerous people don't need facts to become violent. I seriously think Danny could end up attacked because of this misunderstanding. Britt already feels guilty enough knowing Jason took the fall to protect Rocco, and now she's terrified history is repeating itself. She doesn't want Jason's son paying the price for someone else's secret. But before Britt can even fix the situation, things spiral out of control at Windermere because Danny and Charlotte may get captured there. And honestly, the second I heard that possibility, I knew this storyline was about to turn insane. Windermere already feels creepy enough, but now it's becoming the center of multiple hidden operations happening at once. Because don't forget, Jocelyn is trapped there too. And this is where I think the biggest mystery of the next 2 weeks starts unfolding. Jocelyn may not be able to escape physically, but mentally, she could become more dangerous than any of them realize, especially if she starts digging through the prison area where Anna was once held captive. Guys, what if Anna left clues behind on purpose? There's a real chance Jocelyn discovers Anna's old journal, and if that happens, all kinds of hidden secrets could start connecting together. Names, operations, corrupt cops, Sidwell's network. Maybe even things Anna never had the chance to expose herself. And the scary part, Jocelyn may discover information powerful enough to destroy multiple people at once. But none of it matters unless she gets out alive. Now let's talk about the new dirty cop in town, Joe. Because I do not trust this guy for 1 second. Joe showing up around Windermere feels incredibly suspicious, and I think we all know where this is heading. He's probably working for Sidwell. Another planted insider. Another corrupt pawn helping Sidwell slowly take control from the inside. And honestly, Sonny may finally be losing this war. That's the part nobody wants to admit. Sidwell isn't just using criminals anymore. He's using legal systems, manipulation, public pressure, and now possibly law enforcement too. That makes him way more dangerous than Sonny expected. Sonny's organization suddenly looks soft compared to what Sidwell is building. And if Sidwell truly has police hired muscle and secret operatives spread across town, then this may already be checkmate. That's why I think these next 2 weeks are less about romance and more about exposure. Hidden truths are starting to surface everywhere. Relationships are cracking. Innocent people are becoming targets. And some characters may already be trapped in plans they don't even understand yet. But the biggest question is this. Who gets exposed first? Will Jocelyn escape with Anna's secrets? Will Michael destroy Chase and Willow with those photos? Will Nina's plan around Brennan finally get revealed? Or will Sidwell make his move before anybody even sees it coming? Because if you ask me, Port Charles is about to explode, and by the time May sweeps end, nobody's life will look the same anymore.